All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. It is Sunday, October 31st. It's spooky Halloween. Hopefully this video might not be too spooky. Gonna try and get a couple of hours of dashing in. I'm always like to schedule my dashes around watching football, personally. So my team, Jaguars, which can be spooky to some people, is playing this afternoon at 4 o'clock Eastern time, so I've got time to get out there and, you know, get some dashes in. With that being said, I am actually going to be using Gridwise. Now, I had tried to make another video about this the other day, and I really wasn't totally understanding what I was looking at on Gridwise. So I went ahead and I spent a little bit of time kind of understanding it a little bit more, and I think I've made some conclusions about what is going to be the best situation as far as using Gridwise. Now, there's probably plenty of other videos out there. Some other people may have different opinions or whatever, but today is specifically about Gridwise. So I'm going to try and show you the screen here and explain what I'm seeing on Gridwise and then where I'm going to actually go to dash. So I've been thinking about it, though. When you get an order in DoorDash, it's going to have, you know, whatever amount. So it's going to be $6.50 for 5 miles. Well, my experience, and by the way, I did actually just hit my 100th delivery, like 102 or something like that. But my experience is that DoorDash will run you around in circles, run you out to an area that takes you out of your delivery area, which means you need to drive back. So I'm not really, haven't been taking that into account. So if it's a $6.50 order and it's 6 miles, well, I still have to drive back. So I have to really put my foot down, and I'm going to end up with a low acceptance rate. It's just the way that it's going to be. These miles driving back are empty miles, which I don't mind driving back, but I've got to get paid for it. So from now on, I absolutely have to double up on the amount. So if it's a $6 order and it's 5 miles, well, that's not going to work. That means that I'm spending half of it coming back. And so they're going to have to start getting closer to doubling up, which is going to be difficult. Like I said, my acceptance rate is going to go way down. But it makes no sense to just drive around and, you know, you're spinning your wheels. My dollars per mile are lower than $1 per mile, and that's not working. That's not going to work. So we're going to use Gridwise today. So let's take a look at Gridwise. So let's go back to the beginning. So I don't know if you can see the screen here. You can see the screen. Okay. And this probably isn't the best atmosphere to try and show this, but I'm going to do my best. So right now it says where to drive. This is Jacksonville. So you've got distance per food trip. I have the setting set on last week as the reference, and then the afternoon shift, which is 11:14 on the 31st. So what we're going to do is hit that, and then we're going to press this one, for example, and it says the distance for these trips in these different areas are showing you 7.4 miles, 7, 6.6, Hyde Park is 6.2. These different, like Deerwood, Venetia, Sandalwood, Hyde Park, these are different like suburbs of Jacksonville. They're like little subsets. So it breaks it all down for you. Again, this is distance per trip. So if you can see, distance per trip. All right. So when you go to distance per trip, then you see that Deerwood has the highest distance per trip. But I'm going to change this to earnings per trip, and then let's take a look at that. So earnings per trip is Arrowhead, which is $15.89. And just right off the top of, you're going to say, well, man, earnings per trip, that's awesome. So yeah, that seems awesome just on the surface. But when you change this to trips, how many trips were there actually for Arrowhead? Oh, see, now there we go. It doesn't tell you the exact number, but when you scroll down, you see that it's 21st out of 27. So it's way down. That means that there was maybe a couple of trips. There weren't that many trips in Arrowhead. So that's where you have to look at it and say, well, who had the most trips? What area has the most trips? And that's where you look at and you see, all right, Windy Hill. So let's go back to earnings per trip. And let's find Windy Hill. Windy Hill, $8.58 earnings per trip. So there's lots of trips to be had in the Windy Hill area. And then if you go to distance per trips, Windy Hill, right here, 4.6. So that kind of works out. So it said $8.58, 4.6. So really we should be looking for orders that are $8 and above. And we're going to go to Windy Hill. Windy Hill is over like in our, what we call the town center area. There's a bunch of restaurants and stuff over there. So that's where we're going to head. And we're going to see if the things work out. Bottom line today, we're going to double up on the miles. So if it's 4 miles, 4.6, then really we're going to say it needs to be at least that $8.50 to $9 for us to take the order. And there's a $1.50 surge in that area right now. So it should be easy to get this. So we're going to head over there and we're going to find out what happens, and we will document what we can and then put that up on the video. I'll put all the numbers together if there are any numbers, if I get any orders at all. So we'll find out. So we are on our way and we'll be back in a little bit. All right, so I have officially moved into my area. It's 12 o'clock. And so I'm going to put up on the screenshot, I'm officially in what they call the Windy Hill area, which again has the most trips available according to the Gridwise app. So that's what we're going to do. The average distance per order is 4.6 miles, so 4.5 miles. And the average order is $7.58. So if that's true, then we should be looking at exactly what I was talking about, was the doubling up. So we're basically going to decline orders that are less than $8. Preferably they would be $9, but I'll go ahead and say 8 and above. I think that's worthwhile. That doubles up our distance, and we're not going to go any more than 4 miles. Well, we'll say 5. Well, I'm sorry, we'll say 9 miles max. So that would be there and back, in other words. So 4 miles there, or 4.5 miles there, 4 miles back. So we'll go ahead and start. I'm going to turn the app on, and we'll go ahead and start from there. Again, it's $1.50 peak pay, so getting these numbers may be realistic. So we will go ahead and find out, and we'll find out and see what happens. Well, we just got our first request for an order. 5 miles, I'll put it up on the screen, $6.25. That does not meet the criteria. looking at it to have me going all over the place, so we are not going to do that. We'll wait for the next order. It took 5 minutes to get that order, by the way. So we're sitting here 6 minutes. All right, so I actually moved. And I am sitting right in the... I'm going to take a screenshot of this. So we are still in the Windy Hill area. I've gotten two order offers in 15 minutes. The first one was a no-go. I got a stacked order, which was not... It was $9 for 7, almost 8 miles. Again, that's not going to work. That would have taken me... Not only had to go 2 different places... no, we're just not going to do that. So we're waiting. 15 minutes into it, I've only had 2 offers. I'm sitting in what they consider a hot spot, and then also it's a peak pay area. So we're just going to wait and see. All right, so we just went ahead and took our first order. I'll put it up on the screen. It is $7 for 4.1 miles. So that's pretty darn close. I mean, I know that at least I'm doubling into the actual overage on the mileage. So you know, it's 4 miles for $7. It's gonna push me over into another hot zone, so I'm staying within the Windy Hill area. So we're gonna go ahead and pick this up, and then we will be back. All right, we have picked it up. Super busy inside that store, but it only took them just a couple minutes to bring it out to me, so it was a good deal. And we are on our way to deliver it.
Head west.
It should take just a few minutes. It says takes 10 minutes. So from an hourly standpoint, this is really a disaster, but from a production standpoint, makes more sense. I haven't driven anywhere, so yeah. All right, we're gonna go drop it off. Hello? Okay, so that went well. As I handed it to me, she was waiting out front for me there, ready to go. And where am I at? Yeah, we will not be doing Whataburger for 7.14 miles, 7.4 miles. No, we're not doing that. $5.75. Not happening. All right, so we got another order. Got a Wingstop, 2 miles, $7. So that makes sense as far as mileage to dollars go. So we will go ahead and pick this up, and then we will be back here to drop it off. All right, so we got that picked up. We are on the way to drop that off. It's 1:03. All right, so that actually worked out really well. It's 1:09. That's 2 deliveries. Right now we're at $14. So 2 deliveries within an hour, and we're at $14. And I might just stay right here where I'm at, because I am in a hot zone. Man, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Be pulled forward. But yeah, so remember we started at 12, or we got our first order at 12:15 or 12:16. Something like that. Oh man, see, this would be good, but Taco Bell, no way. I'm not doing that. Taco Bell, 857 miles. Let me take a screenshot. I'll put it up on the screen. Not going to do that though. That breaks the rules for today. All right, so we just got another order, 3.2 miles for $7.50. That totally matches what we're doing. All right, so we're gonna go pick this up. It's for what they call bonchon, I guess. I've never picked it up before, but we'll go ahead and do that, and we will be back in just a few minutes. All right, so I hope. These stack orders confuse me sometimes, but it was another bonchon. It was a stack. So another $15, another $7.50 for 2.9 miles. So hopefully that is correct, and we'll be picking this up and making some cash here. So that's really the game plan today. So we are still, actually, it's basically been 1 hour since we started, and this is the biggest order yet. So hopefully this is going to work. Hopefully it's ready when we get there and stuff. So we'll be there shortly. Keeping my fingers crossed. We'll be back. All right, so we have arrived. Man, I hope this works out. So we will see. Okay, so that was smooth, easy peasy, man. Hopefully the deliveries go good. All right, we're gonna go see Michelle first. Let's see, Michelle. We got 10 minutes to get there, and then we got Randy after that. All right, so I went ahead and I dropped off those two orders. It's almost 2 o'clock, like 5 minutes till. $29.50. And again, remember, we took our first order at 12:15. So by the time, so let's just say 12:15. So it's been an hour and 45 minutes, and we made $30. So I think that works. I think I did my part today. Kind of proof of concept that the dollars per mile will be higher, and I will make more money. So that is what my main goal was, is that I can do that by choosing orders that pay for the trip there and back, at least some compensation into it. I was just doing a little bit wrong, so I definitely have made more per hour. I'll do the numbers at the end in a few minutes here, and then we'll see what it looks like. I'm getting a little hungry too, so plus there's a game on, so it's time for football. So we're gonna go do that. See you guys later.